Recently I sat down with a client and she said, I have to share something with you, and it's a little bit of a troubling question and I don't know exactly how to ask it. I said, oh, just shoot, come on, lay it out there. And she said, well, when I'm here, when we speak together, I feel an immense amount of calm. I feel like I see things more clearly. I feel like I have a perspective on my life. And generally, when I walk out of the door, I feel good. I feel like I've got a hold on it. I've got some perspective in my life, and I can do this. And then I go back into my everyday world, and it's just not so simple. The things that, when we're here together talking, seem like common sense, no-brainer things, sometimes I have a lot of trouble actually implementing those. And I'm wondering if there's something wrong, if maybe this is just like a blissed out session. And I said, well, first, I think it's important to recognize where we're going and where we've been. But at the same time, instantly a story from when I was quite young, working at a hiking camp in Colorado. And the director would sit down before we would go out and taking these tours out, and he would have a conversation with the hikers. And he would say, what you're about to have is some mountaintop experiences. You're about to be in some of the most beautiful places. And from up here, you see so much. I mean, you see the expanse that's here. You can see where you've come from. You can see where you're going. And there's just an immense amount of perspective. But this land is barren. You see a few things growing, but not much. Where the growth happens is in the valleys. You can come up here and you can understand and see and gain perspective. But it's where we do our work in the valley that actual growth happens, expansion. And when I shared that story with my client, she said, oh my God, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. And it's important when we have these mountaintop experiences also not just to be looking forward and into the pretty stuff, but to be taking a moment to look back, to be taking a moment to see where we've been, to recognize the victories, recognize the moments when we said, oh, I would really like to do this, and now recognize where we are and saying, look how far I've come. Because it's hard to recognize those things in the valley when, you don't have a whole lot of perspective. And so that's what I would like to leave you with today. Not only this beautiful view that I wanted to share, but also the question of, are you recognizing the mountaintop views and the mountaintop moments for what they are, that they're chances to give us perspective and a chance to reflect, but then also recognizing the beauty that happens in the valley, the place where we grow and we expand and we learn.